this. There we go. You know what, I think I cut these parts that belongs to the legs. Keep that off the side. Alright, so that goes like that. That's the top part. And then it goes like that. That was a waste of a space. Only one section here just to put this part. Why couldn't they mix both of them together? That goes here. We'll leave that there. Okay. Now, I was about to move on to the next part of the arm, and I cut the yellow trim off, which happens to be the shoulder nozzles, thrust nozzles for the shoulder. Now, it's in yellow, but if you look at the actual image of the suit, there's some black trim going inside the nozzle and around the circle. I figured out a way to make this look like that in one short easy step, or actually several short easy steps. So look what I'm going to do. Using my Gundam marker, I'm going to cover the entire, the hole that's in the middle, and go around and around and around like this. Obviously this looks almost overkill, as you could see in the video. So how do I make this look like that? Simple. Taking a little thinner, dunking it in a little bit thinner onto a Q-tip. Alright. And while it's there, clean it up. Go like that. Then using the dry part, do this. I think I kind of overkilled it on a bit, but as you can see, when it dries up, it'll fill in the internal panel lines pretty well, and it'll look a lot better. A little tip for you guys when you want to detail very, very fine points of the kit. Okay, as you can see here, I was able to cover almost, I would say, 90% of this part in yellow ink by Gundam markers. However, I ran out. This thing's already done. So I had to use another yellow that I had in stock, which is Mr. Gonzo's hobby color yellow. This yellow is a bit off than this one. I would say about a little lighter shade, but I think it almost matches the yellow that's on the emblem here. So I did it on this. I'm not gonna do it on these two parts and the other one. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Actually, this is yellow, so can't do anything about that. But then I was gonna stop, and then I realized, you know what? I have a lot of other parts that need yellow trim. For example, these are the thruster nozzles from the waist unit, so these needed to be covered as well. And I did these. I painted these parts as well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it one more time. It definitely needs another coat. Actually, that was the one that did another coat. This one I'll have to do this. Remember, when you open up a bottle of paint, give it a good stir. Now, I could easily use one of my finer point brushes, but I have these disposable brushes that I picked up a while back. These are called micro brushes. They're little applicators. They're like a one-shot deal. This costs about maybe a few bucks, but it's enough to do the job. I'll just paint it inside, give it a nice coat. I don't have to thin it out because I don't mind if the black goes through. It'll give it the internal detail that it should give. Hope you guys can see that. And then of course when it dries, I'll cut it off and proceed with the build. Let's finish up this shoulder. It's a Sazabi. It shouldn't take too much of a time to build. Yeah. I had a chore of a time looking for one of the parts that was that fell someplace. Again, I gotta be very careful with these parts. Last thing you want is to lose them, and then you have to make new ones. I took my time making these the side thrusters. This one came out pretty good. I actually custom, if you could see here, I painted the nozzle, the outside nozzle, silver, while the inside one is all yellow, as it shows on the box. Didn't like the way the black looks with the with the yellow, so that's why I put the silver on. It looks a lot nicer, and a little bit more of a custom job there, as you can see. Of course, I will show off the quality of this kit in photographs at the end of my build. Alright, so there's the shoulder. So let's put these shoulders together. Get over here. Oh, and as you can see, I detailed the yellow thrusters on the shoulder. There's no orientation to this. Either side goes. It doesn't matter. Which is of course very odd. Why this looks like that? Is that right? Okay, that goes like that. That goes like this. I've never noticed the hydraulic on the flip side of the shoulder. Oh wow, that's true. The hydraulics goes in the back. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'll dilly-dally on its designs another time. Right now, whoops, there we go. Right now, these shoulders are done, sans the hands, but we'll get to that later on.